Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today is Monday the 23rd, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent hour, nothing really major going on. Had a couple of the dogs here, got them out, got them cared for, ended up laying back down, kind of a little cuddle. My wife and I have actually been cuddling in the morning a lot lately, since we don't have crazy dogs that require a bunch of effort early on. So it's kind of nice to get that little snuggling going on, which is always kind of fun. So it's making her get to work late, but no big deal. She's salary, so it doesn't really matter when she shows up. So normally she's been going in super early, but lately she has not been. She's been laying back down with me and cuddling, which is, I think, more important than getting to work super early. So, but we got a few things done. She got off to work. I got the dogs cared for. Went outside, hung out with them for a little bit, got a little play in with them. Basically, we got one little doodle left, and then my Great Dane, and my Great Dane don't play that much. And that doodle plays weird. The doodle's favorite game to play is chase other dogs that are chasing balls. So, and Bruce doesn't play fetch, doesn't chase balls. So she doesn't have the play that she's used to. So kind of feeling a little bit sad for her. She's been getting a little extra cuddles and a little extra attention from me, but that's just kind of how it goes. So had a meet and greet, had two different meet and greets. One did not go real great. Her dog was just constantly barking at Bruce and stuff. It was just kind of a pain in the ass, and she's like really freaking out and all concerned because the dog's literally never been out of her sight for more than an hour, and the entire time she had the dog. And her friend, who she babysits that lady's dogs all the time when she goes out of town and whatnot, and then her dog barks at their dogs the whole time too, because the dog doesn't like dogs. But she's convinced her to go on a cruise with her, so she's gonna be gone for like 4 days, and she's all concerned. And I was like, well, I'm not willing to book this day because your dog is a pain in the ass, but if you want to try this and you don't find somebody else that would be better with either out dogs or other dogs your dog might not bark at so much, which she was saying is because my dog was big, but her friend's dogs are little and they bark at them, get barked at by her dog all the time too. So I think it's just her dog is unsocial. But I said the best I would be willing to do is I'd be willing to do like a daycare, try it for 5 to 7 hours like that in the day, see if your dog calms down once you're gone and whatnot, and then do a single overnight. And then if that goes well, then we could look at booking the bigger stay for the 4 days. And she seemed rather put off by that part. I'm like, that's cool, whatever, So she had a couple of people she's going to talk to. I said, best of luck to you, archived it, moved on. Then another client show up with their two dogs, did the meet and greet. Went well, splendid dogs. They're not the best behaved, but they're good dogs. And the one is a massive counter surfer and eats any food it can get anywhere near. So definitely something to take into effect. And went ahead and let them know. I said, I'm good with this. If you are, I'll just keep all the food put up and whatnot. And booked it, and they went ahead and booked their stay. So I have that coming up in the future. So 1 out of 2 ain't bad, I guess. So I got 2 out of the 3 dogs needed stayed that booked out through. So got that done. That second meet and greet went fine. From there, I basically headed out to go walk the RV dogs, got them walked, left the pup out for the afternoon, and hopefully doesn't tear anything up, because she lets him out in the morning, he just destroys the trailer. But when I leave him out in the afternoon, he never tears up nothing, because he had a walk, he's got exercise, then he's out. So he's not just waking up from being pinned up in the crate all night and then tearing up everything in the morning when she's gone. So, and I guess I don't know if she crates him at night or not. I think she still crates him at night, but who knows. So, but yeah, I went ahead and left him out. Then from there, I headed up to get another load of stuff from my father-in-law's assisted living facility. My wife decided she wanted to bring it all home. So I went through this trip and brought home most of the stereo equipment, not all of it, but everything I felt safe so I could get in there, with like the backseat of the truck and stuff, and the seat and without, because they're super expensive speakers and stuff, and the amplifier and the tube and the record player and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to put it in the bed of the truck and get it all scratched up and beat up and that, although it's surprisingly pretty beat up for something that was really never got moved around much. But apparently he moved around a lot trying to mess with stuff, and everything's all kind of scratched up and beat up a little bit, so it doesn't look nearly as pretty as it used to. But I went ahead, loaded up a bunch more records and stuff. The only thing we have left is a few speakers, and then I have the giant TV and then the glass entertainment table. You want to put a little shelf thing for all the amplifiers stuff to go on. And then we have the bed, which I'm going to use the bed to basically put the TV on. So I'm going to use that as like to help hold it in place, I guess, so it doesn't get broke. But I got to figure out when I can go up there and get that. It's just kind of awkward. I think I know how I'm going to do it. I just got to let it go. My wife's got to pack up the last of his snacks and foods and drinks. And then we have to get a couple more boxes. He's got a bunch of records that I'm assuming they're all new ones that he's bought, because there's no empty boxes. All the boxes I brought in there. So he has like another 150 records he's bought last year. So in the year he's been there running stuff, he's bought about 150 records. So I got to take a few boxes up there and get them packed up and move back down as well too. So, but it's going to be her responsibility to pack up his clothes and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know if the staff there doesn't realize he doesn't live there anymore or what's going on, because they, every time I go up there, there's more food. Like, they're delivering his food to his room and it just sits there, and apparently I assume they throw it away the next meal comes in. But why they don't just stop bringing the food to the room, I do not know. But who knows, maybe there's some kind of legality that means that we're still paying for the spot. They have to bring food to him or something. I don't know how it works, but it is what it is. So, but yeah, went ahead and basically got that done. From there, I headed back to the house, unloaded everything, and then basically went and got my run in, got my shower, ended up having basically bratwurst, and we didn't have any buns, so I was like, no big deal. I don't really like bratwurst on buns anyway, because by the time you bite through the casing, it's hard to rip the bun anyway and stuff. So I just chopped it up into little pieces and threw it in some pork and beans, baked beans and that in the pan. So I made like hot dogs and beans, but instead it's delicious bratwurst instead. So that was a nice little dinner. Dogs were all fed again for the evening, and then I headed back out and enjoyed a gorgeous chilly evening with a nice little cigar. But one of the things I do often is I'll send out, I don't know, not every day, but probably 5 days a week or so, randomly, I'll send out some weird text message or some random joke or something to people that are just, some of my people have my text and through Messenger and stuff. And I had somebody request that I not send them anything because it pops up during their work meetings and stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool, no big deal. I had somebody else that basically asked me to stop sending them text messages because it made them feel uncomfortable because of the frequency of this text messages. And I'm like, okay, it's on Messenger, and maybe the fact that you saw the 7 of them or whatever, but it's been 2 weeks since you checked it, so that might be why it seems too much. But I was like, cool, so I just deleted them off my thing and let them know. I said, thanks for letting me know, and move on from it. So I went ahead and texted out to a bunch of people going, does me texting you bug you? Because I never want to make anybody feel uncomfortable by sending you a joke, a random joke like, what do you call a dog with no legs? It doesn't matter, he won't come anyway. Stupid little shit like this kind of break the monotony, and everybody else responded back with, yeah dude, it just breaks up the day, like it's fine, you're good. So it is what it is. But yeah, that one hit me kind of weird. I was like, didn't really think that a random joke, and today's was, how does a tree log into the internet, or how does a tree get on the internet? It logs in, and which was actually a joke somebody else had sent me today, which I then forwarded on, and that was apparently too much for this person, and they just couldn't take all my jokes that I was sending them all the time. So I'm like, hey, whatever trips your trigger, whatever makes you happy. So, and my thing is, I just popped them off there, and they don't get that little thing, which it hit me weird and kind of messed with my brain a little bit, because I overthink everything. I never want to make anybody feel uncomfortable, so that kind of sucked. But at the same time, good for them for speaking up and letting me know. Then I realized, hey, why don't I go ahead and ask the people that I'm communicating like this with, and often I'll get responses back from people. Sometimes I won't, because some of them are not really respondable text messages. They're just kind of, hey, there's this thing, whatnot, and then move on from it. So it is what it is. But anyway, that's all I got right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.